We're back on the Ideas Man podcast. I'm your host, Suhaib, with my co-host,
Akif.
And, dude, so, get this, guys. Have you ever seen one of these before? This is like a pencil bag that you would have in middle school. And this guy right here still uses this pencil bag. And guess what grade he's in?
I'm in 14th grade.
He's in his second year as a pre-med student.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, dude?
Well, okay.
What do we got in here?
It's got pens and pencils and highlighters and stuff,
So many zippers, man.
I don't know why what did you use even?
I had a nice pencil.
I'm guessing you would just put your pencil in raw in the backpack. Oh, it just goes in like that. Oh, rolling.
Hold on, let me find the pencil. It was like, what is the...
I guess you lost it online.
It was one of these, a graph gear. That's what it's called. So, this was the one that I had. So you can see right here, this pencil is $22. Back in the day when I was in college, $15 pencil. And I had this, and I had like a really nice like kneadable eraser. You know, like the kneading, the one that you can knead.
Oh yeah.
So that you don't smudge.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a kneading eraser that I would use in class. After a while, I stopped using pencils, and I just had a pack of the like gel pens. You know, the ones, the black ones. We should have a bunch just lying around somewhere, but I would just use pens. I stopped using pencils entirely. I took tests entirely in pen, unless there was like a Scantron, which for those of you youngsters out there, Scantron, oh boy, Scantron.
Do we need to dwell on what a Scantron is?
Shut up, dude. Scantron, you would bubble in answers into this back in the old days, and they would use a printer to see if it was the right answers. Crazy stuff. Now you guys have computers all the time. Comment down below if you remember taking your ACT with the Scantron, because apparently they take it with a computer now.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of nonsense is this, man? I'm gonna take the LSAT. That's gonna be on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Do they do the
it's
MCAT?
on a computer.
Oh my god, dude, this is just absurd. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So how long have you had that pencil bag for?
Yeah, I probably got in like 7th grade, 6th
Seventh grade. I actually still have my pencil bag from 7th grade somewhere. It's that. Is it that? It's somewhere in this room. I don't know. Anyway, it's absurd. Absurd to have a pencil bag at this age, man.
I'm just waiting for everyone in the comments to be like, actually, that's totally fine to have, which I think it is. Oh, now you're doing your monkey see, monkey do voice. You did it in real life. Now you're doing it on the podcast.
This is real life. There's just a camera.
Right.
And
yeah.
comment down below
you
if you
think it's
if you
the
like
funniest
this voice.
thing ever when you go monkey see,
You're the
monkey
one that's
do.
always laughing
Yeah,
when I talk in this voice.
yeah. No, I'm never
I'm
laughing.
never
I'm
laughing.
always
I'm
like,
always it's making me
I'm
cry.
always like, Sahib, stop using monkey see, monkey do. I can barely understand what you're
Low
saying.
key, that sounds racist to call me a monkey for talking like that.
Okay, well, I'm the same race, so who cares?
Yeah. You ever met Candace Owens, man? She says some racist shit about black people all the time, and she's black.
Have you met Candace Owens?
All right, so let's talk about something else right now. This is making me uncomfortable. Whenever I feel uncomfortable, what do? I just go on YouTube. I start scrolling through goddamn YouTube fucking shorts, man. YouTube shorts.
Oh, that's bizarre. What happens on your YouTube shorts feed?
That's baloney. What happens on your YouTube Shorts page?
Come on, shut up, dude. Why do you're complaining about how I talk when I'm doing some stupid voice, and you talk like that in real life? What's your favorite YouTube short? Okay, my YouTube short. Okay, I'll tell you what my
just
YouTube.
tell it. Why are you making a whole big fuss? I just wanted to know what's your favorite YouTube short, and you're over here.
All
like,
right, fine.
I'm not gonna tell. I'm just gonna be.
I'll tell it. I'll tell it. My favorite, I watch a lot of Malcolm in the Middle YouTube shorts. I've never seen that show. And also, and I'm being serious here, I also see as often Breaking Bad shorts, which I have seen, and it's just funny because most of the shorts of Malcolm in the Middle that I see are the ones with Hal in them, and Hal is played by Bryan Cranston, who also plays Walter White in Breaking Bad. So it's funny, I see one short where Bryan Cranston is like running some people over with his car, or he's like cooking some crazy meth, or he's like, I am the danger. And then I'll go to the next one, and then it'll literally be Bryan Cranston. So he's like, oh no, Malcolm, what did I do? I didn't mean to do that, Malcolm. Like in just right next to each other, back to back. It's just genuinely like, most of the time I don't even notice it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, these are two different shows. These are two entirely different guys. But then there's like the moment of like post YouTube short clarity that I have for a brief nanosecond where I'm like, wait, that was the same guy in both shorts. Yeah. So you a YouTube shorts guy?
Yeah, so I see Young Sheldon a lot, and
I used to see
I
some Young
watched
Sheldon.
a good one. It was Sheldon. He's such a kooky character. He was like, he was saying he went to the school, and then his brother, I don't really know because I haven't seen the
Georgie?
show. Georgie, his brother Georgie said, hey, I taught Sheldon how to about the talk to the coach dad. And then it turns out the coach dad actually used to work at a different school, but then he got fired for ratting out different teachers for employing children from other high schools. So Sheldon goes, is that why you're always having beer? And then young Sheldon's father goes, now you better stop with that back talk, mister.
Wait, what does that have to do with the talk? The first half of the
well,
are those things connect, or are these two different shorts that you saw that you're just like mixing together, or like what's going on?
I mean, you know, it's hard to say. After I see, like, if you ask me gun to my head, name the last 10 TikToks I saw, I would not be able to tell you. So
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of like that.
Yeah.
But you know what you were saying about Malcolm and the Breaking Bad, it's kind of like,
yeah, actually,
it kind of makes you think like, wow, can you believe that Bryan Cranston never ever won an Emmy for his performance in either of the shows, Suhaib?
that's actually a good point. He's actually, I want to say, like, Malcolm in the Middle, I haven't seen it, but every time I see a short, and I used to have the YouTube Shorts meta where, you know, you're always behind on stuff. Young Sheldon,
I'm actually always ahead.
Sure,
Yeah.
buddy. Young Sheldon, that was my feed.
You ever remember the peeing on the third graders thing? I already.
What did you just say? Say that sentence again. Say that sentence again.
What I said.
You said
was,
what about doing what on the third graders?
Listen,
that's what. Just.
I don't.
You want to try it again?
I don't remember, but I was ahead.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Listen,
right
okay. There's the
you
guys.
Said you were peeing on third graders
in a pool. Not me. I didn't do that. There's guys in a pool, and then the people in the pool are yellow, but the guy in the pool is blue.
That's a totally different one.
Okay, what's the one you said? I forgot.
The one where
snowflakes.
The snowflakes. Yeah, it was the third grade thing was that you said you'd seen it in third grade.
Oh.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was like friends are kind of like snowflakes because if you pee on them, they go away. And I read that out loud while I was scrolling through Twitter one day, and an Akifir was like, I saw that when I was still inside of the womb.
I saw that in the third or second grade.
That iPhone
and you're doing your
out.
Darth Vader monkey voice again, and I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna become Young Sheldon's dad, whippersnapper.
Young Sheldon's dad, the fucking But I used to have the YouTube shorts where instead of it being Breaking Bad and Malcolm in the Middle, what I had was young Sheldon, and then in credit to Akif, old young Sheldon. So what you tell that story? Actually, just straight up tell that story. That's a good story. It's a good story.
So this is a good one. So when I was in my
calc class, it was calc.
In calc,
you guys were watching Hidden Figures.
We were That's right. So there's a whole thing where the math teacher was like, "Oh, they actually use this thing, Euler's method that we use in our class. They added in the movie Hidden Figures for the how we get like black women onto the moon, whatever that movie's about." So what happens in the YouTube video though is that actually the actor, what's his name, Parkinson, Parker.
Let me look it up for you so it doesn't
whatever his name is.
Let me look it up.
Mr. Parker. Lock it in. Sheldon Parker. That's
no. Let me
Park is
Sheldon Cooper is
name.
Jim Parsons.
Parson. Okay.
Jim Parsons.
So Jim Parson, he's over there in Hidden Figures. And then I just look at that and I'm like, hang on. Is that old young Sheldon?
And apparently, according to him, he's the only one I've heard this. A miracle happened. The whole class was laughing.
Class started
they were roaring in laughter.
Everyone was laughing, and that's the best.
It's
part.
always crazy.
That's
every time he tells a story about something that happened in the class, everybody's always saying, "Oh, we're all laughing,"
Seriously.
and they're all like, everyone's like, "All right, class is canceled. We're holding a parade for Akif's." Because that's what they used to call him in high school. We're throwing a parade for Akif's amazing joke. And then two of the classmates will have Akif on their shoulder. You know the thing where they're in the parade and he's on the shoulder.
The parade.
And the whole school stops.
Right.
And they have a whole parade for Akif's old young Sheldon joke.
Yeah, it all... Wait. You're saying it like sarcastic. You think that doesn't happen?
I'm not being sarcastic.
I swear everyone loved the joke so much that it had a whole parade for it. So, but anyways, what I just wanted to know is when you walk in the park, what's your favorite sunshine?
What? Oh, my favorite sunshine. Mario Sunshine. That's a good one.
That's a good one. It's a little tough. It's a little tough to get into. Kind of hard.
So yeah, but I like it when the water, like, because the fire hydrant, basically in real life, this would be when the fire hydrant is just loose and the water is just spraying everywhere. There's sprinklers everywhere, just water everywhere. It's causing the sun is going through the water droplets. The sunlight is going through it. It's refracting through. All of these crazy colors are coming out. How does a yellow sun create all of the colors in the rainbow?
Well, if you played the game, you know Bowser Jr. did it. So, because he has a magic paintbrush.
Hey, maybe in Mario Galaxy 2, I'll find out. I didn't really play Mario Sunshine, but I'm gonna watch Mario Galaxy 2 instead. For the long time one and only fan of this podcast, who was also on the same episode as the one I'm about to talk about, you know that instead of playing the video game, I actually prefer to watch the film adaptation of the video game. However, I will say this. I've actually been playing some video games lately. I've actually been playing some.
1 second. Before we talk about that, I do want to know about your whole rule about I watch the movie first. What do you do if it's Dungeons and Dragons? Where does that land? Like a board game movie. Where do you watch it or do you play it?
Oh. Talking about video games. But I did watch the Dungeons. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, which reminds me, I did tell the one fan of this podcast that I would be on the D&D session today. So that's probably what I'm gonna do right after this episode, Sean. So don't worry about it. I mean, you're gonna see this after. But
so maybe
I will be there.
Maybe if you're not there, he'll see on the podcast that you said you would be.
The reason I ran so late was because we literally did not know what to talk about on the podcast. To be clear, we had absolutely no idea.
Which doesn't really make sense for you to say now because you're going to tell him anyway when you're there. Unless maybe you'll go to the Dungeons and Dragons party not going to and be radio silent.
I will be because...
Oh, roll it.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to interrupt their session. I don't want to just bomb this, and
when he watches...
He's the DM. That's the problem. Oh, I can't just start talking to the DM out of nowhere.
Master. So when he watches this video, your message you just sent is going to go...
Okay, yeah, let's this is really slowing down the pacing here. Let's move on.
Right.
What was I saying? Yeah,
we're
I've been
talking
playing a lot
about
of games
video
lately.
games.
Yeah. I was taking a break from playing games because I was like, I am unemployed and I should focus on doom scrolling LinkedIn instead, which was honestly, I should have actually been playing video games instead because it's just a complete side note. Now we're working on a video game.
Yeah, loophole, because then playing video games
is kind of like, and it does feel that way because I'm learning a lot. Like every time that I play even a little piece of like the games that I've been playing lately, the 2 games which I will name soon, it does feel like I'm learning a lot about game design just naturally from there, and I feel like I already have a decent grasp on like what you're supposed to put in a game and what makes good game design. But these games, which are Earthbound and Undertale.
Drum roll, please.
Earthbound and Undertale are the games that I played through Earthbound.
Just totally disregarding my drum roll. But
yeah.
Okay.
How about talk to me instead of the audience? You know, you're always trying to put on a show for everybody. I thought on a podcast we're supposed to talk to each other.
Right. And that's what I have been doing. With the drum roll, please, I was talking to you to do the rest of the drum roll. So,
wait. Why would I do the drum roll for the drum roll is done by the other person?
Hello, drum roll.
I have to say drum roll,
if
please.
You announce
if I'm
drum roll,
something,
everyone
I have to
else
say
in the room
please.
Drum rolls.
Exactly.
Which is you. You're in the room.
But
you're in the room
But
to
if I'm
going to
be the one that's going to say the thing that comes after the drum roll, then I should be the one that's saying drum roll, please. Right?
But if I'm saying drum roll, please, you need to cave to the rules of society and start drum rolling. And then cave to the
rules, but the rules of society dictate that the guy who's going to announce the thing is the one that says drum roll, please.
Well, I guess we totally disagree on this topic.
What a worthless thing to disagree on. What a meaningless piece of shit. Who gives a crap? This is just slowing down the podcast. I just want to talk about Earthbound right now.
Yeah, Earthbound
right now. Earthbound is such an awesome game. I was honestly like, people have been hyping that game up for how long? I don't know. I've just been hearing about it all the time, and I sped right through it. And it was surprising how fun it was.
Sped right through it, as in you played it out of order.
What? Oh yeah, I did play it a little bit out of order. So, yeah, I was playing at such a breakneck pace that I literally skipped 2 entire of the melodies that you're supposed to like get while you're getting all the 8 melodies, to the point where then like to get the last 4 melodies, I did all of that over the course of 1 hour because I'd already done so much story progression. But you don't need to do the melody. But like, because imagine this. Imagine you're playing Pokemon, which is a game everyone has played, and you got 4 badges. And now all of a sudden, you're at like the place where you're about to get like your 7th or 8th badge, and you don't even have badge 5 or 6. So then you have to go back to talk to some guy who's like, if you get me a signature of this girl, then I will open up the door for you to the next level. And then I have to sit through some 3-minute long unskippable cutscene of some girl that's
signing
dancing
the
around.
Paper.
And then she signs the paper backstage, and then it's like, cool, okay, now I can do this. It's so whatever, man. Who cares? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with what I did.
Yeah, it just makes Earthbound kind of the best game ever, sorta, in a way, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And that's good. Yeah, that's an awesome game. Yeah.
I like how the game. What I really like about the game is it takes everything that's in kind of like a regular old JRPG and just makes it as goofy as possible. Like it makes it feel very unserious, and yet the actual themes and like narrative of the game are like they hit pretty hard.
Yeah,
right.
It's about moms. It's about your mom.
Yeah, but not just about your mom, but it's about kind of like, you know, just going through the process of life, you know, and growing up and seeing the world around you change, and hanging out with your friends.
Yeah, fun fact, the final boss was actually inspired by this time that the creator saw a scene in a rated R movie when he was 12 where a girl was screaming and he thought she was getting raped, but actually she was getting punched. That's real. You can look it up, Sahib.
Did you have to say it like that? In such a... And here is my influencer credibility, is the fact that I speak the way that I do. Yeah. And no one would trust me and my opinions if I didn't speak that way, now would they?
Seriously.
And I use reddit.com.
Hey, I don't use reddit.com, but every time I lift up my finger, adds 10 ethos points to my credibility score.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what you think.
Hello?
Did you know that in the end of Earthbound, the pokey fat guy is actually a reference to how your mom is so fat?
Yeah, I did. I actually did know that. Yeah, I actually learned that on a YouTube short about Earthbound.
Yeah, and young Sheldon was the one narrating it.
Yeah, more you know.
It was like that. Oh, dude, wait. Okay, we're talking about the video games, but I do want to go back because you mentioned that you didn't mention it here, but you've mentioned before that you see the Gordon Ramsay. You see a lot of Gordon Ramsay clips, MasterChef clips.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking about is, forget about like the actual details. All of those clips, like a huge pet peeve that I have with a lot of these YouTube short clips is, why do they start with, watch what happens when this person makes a dish like this?
Joe is about to be totally befuddled by this dish.
My real problem with this is not that I keep watching. My real problem is that I keep watching the video after that. After they have insulted my intelligence and have treated me like cattle to be hooked into the video, I still keep watching.
My problem is, why aren't we putting this in our videos? That's what's missing to make people watch it.
You always have to bring it back to whatever we're doing, you know. Stupid kind of...
But yeah.
How did we watch content? Or what was content? I can't even remember what content was like before AI anymore.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, that was a good memory.
In fact, I don't even know how, like, are you AI? Are you AI generated? The way that you talk, the way that you're giving this Earthbound fact. ChatGPT, tell me a fun Earthbound fact. Are you seriously? Wait, I think my co-host might actually be AI.
I'm not AI.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. No.
Hold on.
No.
We have this test. It's called the Turing test.
Oh, phew. He doesn't know Turing test doesn't work on AI.
Let's do the Turing test.
Yeah, sure, Sahib. Let's try the Turing test today.
Oh my god, where's actually a good...
Yes, I really like the one about fruit flies like a banana.
Oh, this is
oh my god. Oh, I can find... Come on. I know where the stop sign is, okay? You can't... I don't know where the stop sign is, me, okay? And I also hit the checkbox and I'm not a robot. For your information, I hit the checkbox.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, they're called CAPTCHAs. I'm actually
Why can't I find
good.
Like a good Turing test?
Maybe because you were AI all along.
Sure, man. Okay. Let's see what Reddit has to say.
Boom.
Okay, here's a question.
Ask
Do you know
away.
who Zara Larson is?
No. Oh, actually, wait. Is that the girl? I saw her. She said something. I actually did see that. She said something about how come killers are on the streets. That's right. No, that's right. My kindergarten teacher's name was Miss Larson. Is she related to her? Okay. Zara Larson. She has like a big quote about like, oh, like Donald Trump is having a messy
What is she?
breakup. A girl?
What is she known for?
Singing poetry.
You were almost there. If you didn't say poetry, if you just said singing, you would have gotten it. But you had to add poetry like some kind of fucking idiot. Singing poetry.
Well, you know, yeah, she has.
Guys, let me know in the comments down below if you think Akif is AI or not. Notice this. Here's how do you spell Akif? A-K-I-F. If you remove the K and the F, what do you get? AI.
AI.
It's Sunday. Yes, 6 days. Yes, it is closed.
That was our mom saying we should hit the gym. Rats.
All right.
Anyways,
Let's see. You can press a button to get $100,000, but every time it's pressed, 100,000 people die.
Wait a second. If you remove S, U, H, and B from your name, you get AI.
So?
Hello?
It's not. It's
So it only works on my name, but doesn't work on your name? What? Is it because your name is Turkish and mine's Arabic?
my name is not Turkish. My name is Arabic. Your name is Turkish.
Right, because I'm in Tovbakar.
Okay, I don't think you're AI, man. I don't think an AI could reference Tove Bakar. Ladies and gentlemen, fucking Tove Bakar, man.
Akif Kilman.
That's my shit. Akif
Back
Kilman.
at it again.
He's got he's got 2 A's and I's. Huh.
Probably.
Anyway,
yeah.
so yeah, Earthbound is a pretty good game, and that's a crazy story that you told me. Just next time, like,
keep it to yourself.
next time, tell me another story.
Oh, here's one. They were actually working on an Earthbound movie. You want to watch it with me?
Or wait, are you serious?
They're making it.
No, are you dead ass right now?
It takes place in Eagle Land. They're filming it here in Eagle Land.
I don't believe you.
Okay. Well, if I'm not AI, then I can't lie. So, you know.
What do you mean?
Whatevs.
What?
Whatevs, man. Whatevs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see how that.
But yeah, Earthbound's a cool game. You're also playing another game. It's called Undertale. It's another game
Yeah.
that
I've
you're
been playing a lot of Undertale. So I've been doing something that is definitely not recommended, and I see why it's not recommended now. And in my very first playthrough, because everyone's already talked about this game nonstop, so I decided if I have the option to not kill people, I'm gonna take that option to not kill people. Oh, can you shake the mouse real quick? Oh!
Okay,
God damn it!
That was 1 second off.
Stupid computer.
Hey, that's rude to me. Oh, wait, I'm not a computer. Yeah, so by the way, yeah, Undertale, so you're doing like
There's a whole Dokes edit happening in my head. It'll come up in the final cut.
You'll edit it in post, as they say. But yeah, so yeah, Undertale, yeah. So you're playing it the goody-goody? You're being a goody-goody for it?
Yeah, I'm doing the pacifism stuff, and I got to Undyne, and I literally lost my mind. But the worst thing is that I was supposed to flee at a certain point, and halfway through, I had gotten to the point where I could have kept fleeing and escaped her. And then I just didn't do that. Then she killed me. Then I did a bunch more tries. I just couldn't do it. I went to bed, woke up today, did it the first try after that, as one does. You know that there's a
meme. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a break. You ever done a taking a break? Yeah, I recommend taking a break. The take a break guy.
Yeah,
I know. I actually do envision him every single time. That guy.
The difficulty enjoyer. Okay, here's the thing too.
Not playing games.
Well, here's also the funny thing is I've said this so many times, like in real life, because one of my favorite games is Sekiro, and also playing the data battles in Kingdom Hearts 3 is a similar experience, I would say, because it is tough.
My problem is I used to be fine with the taking a break mentality, but this guy pops up in my head now, and I'm like, no, I have to play for 6 hours in a row now. Because this guy cannot tell me what to do. He has a stupid shirt that says I love not playing games, and he's bald, okay? Yeah, anyone like that can't tell me what to do.
You're letting a slander comic define your opinions, which is...
great.
I could make a slander comic about that. I'm the guy that
takes the
Stop doing Darth Vader, monkey see, monkey do, Jabba the Hutt. Listen, I don't care. Misa don't like you.
Misa don't like you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know. Are you trying to make fun of me? Because my voice sounds like me.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah, thanks.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with this guy. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. Like I could get a beer with him.
I guess.
Yeah, but it's true though. You should take a break because you should always, whenever you're doing something difficult, do not grind your gears, because here's the thing. You might feel like your pride is being attacked because you're following the rules of some ugly guy in a slander comic. Here's the thing. The slander is not even that strong. He's just saying regular stuff. Okay. It's not like the Potential Man comic. That's a generational slander comic right there. That one
definitely is like a yikes. That one's like a, oh yeah, if I was if I just knew my...
There's so many versions of this now, but oh my god, this changed the game of posting, I would say. I think posting changed after they posted this back in 2024. It was literally never the same after this. Because it's also, this one is true. He never does anything. His body gets taken over by Skuna. Sorry for the spoilers. His body gets taken over and he's literally trapped for the rest of the series, and Yuji has to save him. Oh, that's all he does.
And then he gets old.
He gets old and dies.
I saw him getting old.
That was a slander comic. Where he looks like an old man.
That was slander manga. That's the Japanese one.
It was made by a white guy, so it's a slander comic. Oh, but it's about a manga. This is also a slander comic.
Wait. Them being old? I thought all three of them being old was official art.
Yuji's not old. And also, if you look at the art, Yuji is not old in that slander comic.
Well, did I get tricked by AI? Yeah. That's fake.
This is a meme, but also Yuji is not old in here. He stopped aging.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't read that far, so I didn't know.
Yeah, but that's because it's in Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I modulo that together. What's the topic we're talking about? Video games. Can I talk about my video games?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was playing Hades 2. That's like a game about like Greek gods.
This guy. When Hades 2 came out, it was right after Silk Song came out. And he just won't stop bitching about how much he hates Hades 2 compared to Hades 1. He's like, oh, Hades 1 is so much better. It's such a great game. And I hate this game, Hades 2. And I'm like, dude, I was like the guy in the comic. Just give it a day. Just give it a break. Come back to it later.
And that's why I didn't play it again for months. But then my good bud Quentin said, oh, hey, by the way, there's some stuff in the game.
Quentin, who you might know as the actor behind Jeff in Earthbound.
Right. So, yeah, basically what happens is that he was like, actually, there's this thing in the game that makes it fun. And I was like, What?
What was the thing?
Oh, it was just the fact that there's like a certain... So, okay, all the weapons have different types.
Yeah.
And the initial types of the weapons all kind of suck. Here's the thing. In Hades 1, they were good about your initial weapons are like pretty decent, and then getting new ones are even better. Hades 2, they give you kind of crappy weapons, but then later, after you really grind all your stuff with the bad weapons, then you can get the good ones, and then you unlock the fun mode. So yeah, basically,
so you basically had to grind to make the game fun.
Yeah, kinda, but then it was pretty good.
Okay. Interestingly, I feel like Silksong had kind of the same problem. Like Silksong at first, like I had a lot of fun with Silksong at first, but it was not feeling as good as Hollow Knight. But once you get like in the groove of using tools and using your spells, and you get like Harpoon and stuff, way more fun.
I think it's definitely it's definitely the sequel thing where it's like you kind of want to just compare what you're playing right now to like what like I feel like for me it was like I was kind of comparing the low points of the sequel to like the peaks of the first game.
Which you just can't do. You shouldn't do that.
Eventually you get to the peaks of the second game. I still have a like couple things with Hades 2. Definitely the story is probably the biggest thing where I'm like, yeah, that story kind of just sucks. For the roguelike format, it's like they tried to make like a crazy story, but the way that like stuff works, it's just kind of like, it's just a disappointment compared to the pretty good story in the first one where it's small scale and it's like, oh yeah, you know, they actually made a pretty compelling narrative for the roguelike format where it was like, wait, everything makes sense, but this next one just didn't live up to that standard. There's other stuff like, hey, why am I having a magic meter? But if you grind to unlock the thing that makes it so you don't have to worry about magic usage in Hades 2, then, you know, it's like a regular game. So they added stuff. I will say I respect that they didn't just kind of copy paste a lot of the first game stuff, and they actually did decide to do stuff different, because in a way it's like, okay, I can still revisit the first game and like prefer like, oh, I like how the cast system worked in the first one compared to the second one. Oh, I liked the story better, like this and that. But, you know, the second one still stands on its own, and I would give the first game a 10 out of 10 and the second game a 9.9 out of 10.
That's a huge jump from what you were saying back in like October or November, whenever the game came out, and you were giving it like a 6 or 5 out of 10.
Yeah, because the beginning
that's quite the improvement.
A lot worse, but when you get to the end, much better gameplay wise.
Yeah, sure. I think it kind of goes to show that making a sequel is actually like infinitely harder than just making your first game, especially from like the indie, like what it seems with like indie game studios. I guess it depends on how good if the first game was just kind of like fine but not amazing, then it's whatever. But yeah, not only do expectations rise, you have to think, why was the first game so good? Why was Hollow Knight so good? Yeah, so what I was saying with the first game, like Hollow Knight was so good because they put in so much stuff into just one game, and now you're like, okay, we need to make a whole sequel, which is it's also crazy the fact that they were like, well, we have so much more stuff to put into Silksong, and you could really see that because it has a lot of stuff. But ironically, with Silksong, where it doesn't compare as much to Hollow Knight, is even though it has all of these things in all of these areas, I feel like it doesn't have the same kind of like flow that Hollow Knight had. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like there's a lot more in Silksong. There's a lot more barriers. We've talked about this before with specifically, if you compare Silksong and Hollow Knight and how often you have to beat a boss in order to get to a new area, that was like not a thing in Hollow Knight. But in Silksong, you have to beat a boss to get to a new area. which forces you, to phase some of the bosses that you could have skipped in like, let's say if they were in Hollow Knight, because you could skip the Mantis Lords, for example, even though they're an amazing boss. You can skip them. You can skip Soul Master. You can skip so many different bosses and still beat the game. But that actually helped the game a lot, because that meant that in Hollow Knight you were never slowing down, right?
Yeah.
You were kind of choosing how you wanted to play the game more. Whereas Silksong was way more linear until you get to the Citadel. Like, you have to go through all of these things. When we were keeping up separately with like where our game was going, that's how it felt like. Like, I was like, whoa, wait, why are you doing kind of the same thing that I'm doing right now? Whereas in like our Hollow Knight replay, or your Hollow Knight replay while I was playing Hollow Knight, totally different spots at the same time.
Especially for like a first playthrough. I will say I did find that there was ways to open up, but like a lot of skips and stuff is like stuff that isn't even intended for the game. It's kind of like, oh yeah, you can skip this boss, and it's like I have to use the
but the boss skips, the boss skips are not as meaningful as like.
Yeah, definitely. Versus like Hollow Knight is just like, oh, I didn't even know that boss was in the game.
Yeah, and that's just a boss you come back to later to fight against, but you're more focused on like what's actually going on in the narrative at the time and that sort of thing. And I wouldn't say per se that Silksong suffers because of it. But it goes to show that because it's it's a way bigger game. And then all that first act stuff, which is way more linear, getting through all those bosses, it feels like I'm spending like the first third of playing the game really like locked down. Whereas in Hollow Knight, it's like the first 30 minutes of the game. Once I get wall jump, it feels like I can just kind of go wherever for the rest of the game. Maybe I have to get the Lumafly Lantern as well, just so I don't like completely hate like Crystal Peaks and
or you could just memorize it, you know.
Deep Nest with no Lumafly Lantern.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Which I did get that really late in my first playthrough, but like but that's the thing also. There's never like you got that really late in your playthrough of Silksong. Think about how long I went without getting the Dream Nail in Hollow Knight. But there's nothing that you get late in Silksong. You always get your stuff at exactly the time the game is gonna give it to you. Right? Maybe the only thing is like, if you get like the extra Silk Heart from the guy in the Silk place.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. I'd have to look at it, but definitely the upgrades also have.
Oh yeah, also getting like the needle upgrade or
like
stuff. But that's also
you need Harpoon to get double jump, and then it's like you need this to get Silk Sword. Like it's something where it's like versus the first game, it's like, well, you can just show up here and you'll get the thing, and then you have like maybe more multiple solutions to one problem in the first one. Yeah, so we should skip Islamic school.
What?
How
much time?
It's been like 42 minutes. 40.
Oh, I started recording it like 5 or 10 minutes earlier than what we were gonna do, and there's also some parts that I'm definitely cutting.
Oh, hooray!
Like when you burped forever. No, not like segments.
Oh, when do you have to go to Dungeon Master? Also, Dungeon Master.
What about Dungeon Master?
Oh no!
Oh, you're talking about
Dungeon Man.
Oh my god, you're talking about. Okay, yeah. Dungeon Man, yeah, Dungeon Man.
When do you go to that?
Are you talking about D&D? Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, don't like forget about it. Okay, do we want to talk about this?
Yeah, I have a lot to say.
Okay, so what's going on here?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen this a lot. It's kind of brain dead. So I think the first video I saw of this was people being like,
I'm gonna stop watching this so that I don't get recommended.
People being like, I'm eating wood chips in the bathtubs to emulate how to be a beaver in the sub-Sahara desert or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm just like, okay, this is just some like slob content. They just found some wood chips on the floor, started chewing on them.
But they have like a lot of these.
Now there's a lot.
What's it like to eat an apple in a garage so so I can feel like Steve Jobs in the 80s.
No. They're all zookeeper themed. They're all like, I want to be like a gopher in the...
You don't think Steve Jobs would count as an animal?
I mean...
Steve Jobs died because he didn't want to get his cancer treated, but he could have easily just gotten his cancer treated. He instead got like some kind of faith healer or some bullcrap like that. And that's why you should never, ever trust alternative medicine, because it doesn't work.
So does that make him an animal for using alternative medicine?
No, this is just an aside about... I just wanted to...
Okay, but anyways, so gophers eating monkeys in the bathroom, like everyone wants to emulate the experience of, oh, I'm doing this, but it's just like, I don't know what kind of content is this even called?
Who is it for? That's the real question.
It always hits. It always gets. Like,
who's watching this?
I think that this is for like the bots. Like this is the. Like,
I know it's Rich like coming from us talking about who's watching this, but who is watching this?
It's like haha, these guys are eating gophers in their pool today, and now they're looking like the sub-Sahara desert. Like,
what's your sub-Sahara desert? What does that have to do with gophers?
I'm just saying what the videos are like.
That's
okay?
what they're like.
I haven't seen
say complete
all
nonsense.
Of them. It's all nonsense. Okay, this one says eating bananas in the shower to see what a family of scared, lonely monkeys feel like in the rainforest. Everyone does that. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm cuddling under a umbrella."
Why is he with his grandma?
I don't know. Is that a boy or a girl?
Why is he with his grandpa, man?
I don't know.
Why is he with his grandparent, non-binary?
I don't know. Whatever, they. Why is she with her they? Huh? Okay.
Let's just move on. This is what we've all been waiting for. So recently, a woman was unalived, as they say, by an ICE officer. And the woman wasn't brown. She was white. She was a white woman.
I don't want to be associated with what he's saying. This was a serious matter. Okay?
She was a white woman. Mm-hmm. They've never done that. Mm-hmm. ICE is not supposed to kill anyone. Mm-hmm. And according to the liberals, ICE is not supposed to kill white women. And I do agree. I just think maybe this is one where we should say, like, all of, like, why are you only caring when the white person, or whatever, doesn't matter. It is important. They killed this woman in cold blood. Mm-hmm. And now JD Vance, our vice president, what does he have to say about it? Would you like to read the beginning part?
So this is what JD Vance is saying, not me.
JD Vance.
So
yeah, you should do like a voice, like a voice like this. If you want to.
What is your obsession with the Darth Vader Jabba the Hutt? Jabba the Hutt. Misa want the voice. Misa talking voice.
Why are you never saying Jar Jar Binks?
Jabba the Hutt. Okay, listen. In my head, I imagine.
You think of the like
in my
Darth
head,
Jar Jar.
I imagine Jar Jar Binks, but what I said was Jabba the Hutt. Okay,
you said Darth Vader. Jabba the Hutt.
Okay, that's what I meant. Darth Vader, Jar Jar Binks, because he's a Sith Lord. Haven't you seen the video essay?
Darth Jar Jar Binks.
Misa want to Sith.
Misa want to kill the whole country.
That's enough out of you. So what JD
Use
Vance...
a voice for him. It's a perfect voice. He sounds like that.
Sure, I'll do JD Vance's voice. If you want to say this woman's death is a tragedy, that we should pray for her soul as Christians and Americans, and I agree with you, but all the media dishonesty about this officer is an all-time moment and shameless press propaganda. Does this law enforcement officer have a show more rate proposed community notes?
20K.
That's enough, 24K, so you don't have to read the numbers. Yeah, I didn't really read it because I was reading it too fast.
Anyway, let me read the based part. So this was a response that Connor Eats Pants gave, and he said, "Your life is an all-time justification of post-birth abortion. Thanks for the invitation to criticize you and your fellow administration of pedophile rapists. What a sorry excuse for a father, husband, vice president, human, and mammal. Suck this country's collective dick." 131K likes. I gave this a like. So this is interesting. So JD Vance is getting into a beef with Connor Eats Pants. This is cool because their names rhyme. Connor Eats Pants, JD Vance. I just want to dance. I just dance. Done.
Now you're gonna do your rapper thing. Yeah, I guess it's cool if you're a rapper that it rhymes. But
shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but let's keep going because there's more.
Ooh. Okay, you want to popcorn read it?
No, you can read this part. I'm gonna do all the Connor Eats Pants part. You do all the JD Vance parts.
Okay. These people are incapable of not lying about this side window. You can see the photos of the car with bullet holes. The shots came from the front of the door because that's where the officer was standing. When he was hit by the car, he is allowed to discharge his weapon. Yeah, this is everyone's like, oh, the defenseless ICE officer that couldn't do anything about it. Bless his soul. Bless it. He was just doing his job. But the vicious white woman was about to take her enragement out on her. Like,
here's my question, crazy. Man. If he was under such a threat to get run over, how was he able to also move away fast enough to dislodge 3 bullets right into her skull and then watch her car drift away while she's in it while he yells out, "Fucking bitch"? How was he able to do that if he was under such like threatening, dire circumstances that he got run over? I would expect if somebody got run over, they wouldn't be able to shoot their bullets right into the side window. For those of you who don't know basic kinematics, you shouldn't be getting hit by the side because there's no translational velocity in the perpendicular direction.
I'll say this, and this is a reference to one of my favorite books, Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky, is maybe he sort of pulled a Raskolnikov. Maybe the ICE officer was like, God, I shot somebody, and now I'm going to be guilty about it for 500 pages.
Right, but I don't think he feels guilty about it at all.
Really?
Yeah, because JD Vance is coming out here saying this. But maybe JD Vance is going to feel guilty when Connor Eats Pants says, "Mom should have just stuffed you with crack out the womb. See what happens for science. Maybe you'd end up with a functioning brain."
Bars.
Absolute cinema.
Yo, his writing is this fire?
Oh, yo. Base department. Hello? Hello? Base department? Who's this?
Hello? We don't really take calls during this time.
Base department, did you see what Connor Eats Pants had to say?
What did you talk about this base department? I don't have an apartment.
This is
yeah.
And this
awesome.
was so hardcore. Literally, after he tweeted this, Ray showed him for the 4th or 5th time. There's more where this came from. Finally, like, this is the victory lap. This is the greatest victory lap of all time. Log back in at JD Vance. He adds him. Log back in, pussy. Keep tweeting. You're not waking anyone up. We know Usha sleeps in the other room. Oh my god. But before we even get to the rest.
Wow. I read ahead. Oh boy, that was a good read.
My son played Roblox with your boys, by the way. Great kids. Usha did a good job keeping your influence out. Not hard though with how emotionally detached you are.
Wow.
Just raw dog this. This isn't a reply.
Wow.
Connor just goes on Twitter, goes there, he posts, and he's out there for blood. He wants smoke, but I'll tell you, JD Vance is not going to. He's not going to play.
Here's my
because
question.
He's an idiot. He's not going to try to. He's just so dumb, bro.
Hey, can I have my question?
Yeah.
Can the president okay. I don't think the president would do this because I don't really think he really gives a crap about JD Vance.
I don't think he's really conscious.
But can JD Vance take out his huge political power and totally devastate Connor Eats Pants? Will we see this in the news?
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you this related question. A question to answer this question. What political power
does the vice president
he doesn't have even any kind of soft political power. Here's some news. Nobody likes JD Vance. His wife doesn't like him. His kids don't like him.
Fox News doesn't like him.
Fox News doesn't like. What was Fox News saying about him? I know you're a big watcher.
I watch it a lot.
You watch it
I watch it a lot. Yeah,
at the gym. I'm trying to.
You can do whatever you want, but I watch a lot of Fox News for the details. And yeah. Well, I will say they were on JD Vance's side because they were tackling a protest where they were kind of like, well, what are we supposed to do about illegal immigrants sneaking into our country? And then the other guy is like, let them live. Why do you want this?
Also,
like,
dude, oh my
murder
god, why
facility?
is JD Vance the whiniest guy ever? I thought RFK Jr. would be the guy whose voice would be pissing me off the most during this administration. Every time I hear JD Vance, I am literally I've always thought
Vance is
his mom should have dumped him in the river. Postnatal abortion wouldn't even be enough. Honestly, like,
it should be a Moses story. Moses.
How was JD Vance like a real guy? He is so whiny, such a bitch, such a like, and the liberals are so mean to us when Charlie Kirk dies, and so we should be mean to them. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. JD Vance, oh my god.
Would you say
I don't like you, man.
Would you say that JD Vance is a bitch baby?
Dude, he is worse than a bitch baby, man. And that's why we know he's not going to succeed if he's like a president. He's a loser baby.
Loser baby.
He's a loser baby. Maybe even a loser. Literally, I think that's literally
debate. There's a debate tier going on. Yeah.
He's whatever is bottom tier in our system, which we'll get to at some point. But just know that he is a fucking baby loser. Okay, his wife, bad bitch right there. Although,
is she?
I kind of don't trust her because why is she with him?
Listen, like, I want to know if JD Vance were to somehow just sort of be deceased by some natural causes or anything, would Usha Vance pull a
Erica Kirk? Here's the question, man. When are Erica Kirk and JD Vance coming together? Did you see the video?
She said
he was definitely squeezing those cheeks.
She said she said he's the closest thing to Charlie Kirk,
and then hugged him with her tight pants,
which is kind of something that's like, oh, so you certainly have a type.
Yeah, which is the most pathetic man that I've seen in my life. That's your type. Pathetic. That's what JD Vance is. He's not.
Do you think that Erica Kirk is seeing this stuff and she's kind of like, ooh, JD Vance moving down on my fuck board, moving him down?
Erica, she doesn't want to fuck JD Vance, man. I don't think she wants to fuck anyone. Do you think she wanted to fuck Charlie Kirk, dude?
I don't know.
I think she's like a reptilian being sent from like a different, and I really believe that. Like, have you see the time when they were talking to her on like Fox News or whatever, and they started talking about Candace Owens for a second, and she gives like that mean glare, like I want to melt you with my brain right now. Like, that's the look she was giving.
So do you think she's kind of like Medusa from Hades 2?
Sure. Maybe Medusa from Greek mythology.
Sounds good to me.
You know they're making a Hades movie.
Oh, what's
it's called? The Odyssey by Chris Nolan. My boy Chris.
Wait, the character Odysseus was in Hades too. Are they making the movie all about him?
About Odysseus, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll watch it.
Poseidon's the main villain.
Oh. Yeah. Will they have Telemachus?
Telemachus. Telemachus is being played. He's being played by
Tom Holland. Ooh, and will they have Odysseus, the girl one?
Penelope is being played by Anne Hathaway. For the record, I know for a fact Akif just didn't remember what the name was. I know this for a fact. Right? Am I wrong?
Odysseus. Am I wrong? Yeah, I forgot her name. But
all right, anyway, to wrap today's episode up, I just wanted to mention
That you're gonna start streaming gold.
Let's see. Yeah, I think we kind of covered everything we wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, so one thing we didn't cover though is this is the Ideas Man podcast. What is the idea of the day? Give me an idea. Give me an idea for some content we can make.
Let's make a video about a food reviewer
reviewing a food reviewer's reviews.
No, reviewing.
Okay, that's my idea.
Great. Okay. Yeah.
What's your idea?
Well, I was going to say reviewing a food reviewer's food.
Okay.
So,
what if we combine the two?
And we'll get
into one.
Reviewing food?
Because, well, if we're reviewing the food reviewer's food, we're kind of reviewing the reviewer's review of the food. Because what if our review disagrees with their review? They review their food. They say, oh, it's a 10 out of 10. We look at their food. We're like, I think it's a 6 out of 10. I'm not sure your review is really that accurate. Huh? We kind of had the same idea.
Yeah, paint me in white and we'll see what happens.
Like the Ku Klux Klan?
No, I mean like my neighbor David.
All right, well, anyway, that's all we have for today. That's all. I think we had a lot of good ideas, man.
That's the name of the show.
No. Okay, wait. Let's do that again. So when I say, I think we had a lot of great ideas, man.
I say podcast.
Then you have to say that again, and then it'll be like the.
Oh, sure.
We've got a lot of great ideas, man.
Say that again.